Okay, let's do it. 22 strategies to transform anxiety into confidence. I want to give you, we're just going to kind of go over this bullet point. Boom, boom, boom. 22 different strategies that you can use to begin shifting, transforming your anxiety into confidence. For many of us, this is not necessarily an overnight process. This might be an ongoing practice in your life. There may be weeks, months, years of work here, but slowly, steadily, on a daily basis, we can take those baby steps of slowly chipping away, melting, and transforming our anxiety and building a bedrock of confidence upon which to stand. So step number one is to recognize that the struggle against anxiety doesn't work. And so the strategy number one is you got to give up the struggle, quit wrestling with it. You can't fight it. So fighting, denying, suppressing your anxiety isn't going to get you anywhere, which leads us to strategy number two, which is acceptance about the present moment. What are you feeling? Are you feeling anxious? Are you feeling shortness of breath? Is there some fear in there, sadness, whatever it is? Don't try to change. Don't try to suppress. Don't deny. Don't bypass. Don't pretend. Don't varnish. Wow, this is what I'm feeling. I'm going to feel my feelings. Acceptance is strategy number two. I'm feeling anxious. I accept that. Let me breathe into that. Let me feel that. And step number three, it kind of builds on that. It's feel the feelings. I mean, this applies to so many areas of our life, but we're talking today about transforming anxiety. You gotta feel the feelings. And choose your values. You can feel whatever you're feeling. You can still move forward in whatever direction, whatever your goals are, whatever your values are. You can still move forward towards the life of your dreams while feeling authentically whatever it is there is to feel within your body. Strategy number four is unshaming. We're not going to spend much time on this. It's just another bullet point. If you want a lot of information, Brene Brown has got some great videos, many videos, books on this topic of unshaming. And just briefly, what it means to unshame, to not be shameful about your own experience, to not be shameful about your own memories, shameful about yourself. As Brene Brown says, there's a difference between guilt and shame. Guilt is, I did something bad, and shame is, I am something bad. So the key here is going to be awareness. Is, do I have a story running within myself that, what is that story? Am I a bad person? Am I not enough? Am I not good enough? Are they better than me? I don't have what it takes. I'm a failure. I'm a loser. I just can't compete. They're stronger than me. Whatever the story is, begin to identify that you are running the story and become aware that you are identified, self-identified with the story. So that's unshaming. We'll leave it there. I could do a number of videos on this topic, and I will. And as I mentioned, strategy number five is that self-awareness piece. Be aware of what's going on inside of you. This is a saying I love to say, and it's so powerful for me. Unless you are poking me with a sharp stick, no one makes me feel anything. This is a powerful frame of view of self-awareness, that no one makes me feel anything. Whatever I'm feeling, if I'm upset, if I'm angry, if I'm sad, if you piss me off, whatever it is I'm feeling in reaction to somebody else, in reaction to another situation, I am the one feeling it. In whose biology does my experience occur? Who is the one having the feelings? And so it's huge when you can begin to own that the feelings that you're having are inside of you, that they're your feelings, and no one's making you feel anyway. No one makes you feel anything, that the feeling is inside of your own cocoon of your own world. That gives you some hands-on power. Strategy number 5 for transforming anxiety into confidence is be willing to be disliked. Some people are going to love you. Some people are going to dislike you. That's just the nature of the beast. And some of us are people pleasers, right? I grew up as a people pleaser. It took me decades to mature and grow out of being a people pleaser. It's personal work. It can be a long journey, but it's personal work of healing the need for other people to like you. Where this is all heading is slowly growing ourselves, building the muscle, maturing ourselves to be our true, authentic, unapologetic self, and just being fully transparent to the world, fully transparent to ourselves, and this is who I am and this is what I'm about. And the only way you and I can get there in any meaningful way is to be willing to be disliked. Strategy number 7, leave a strong impression. When you show up in a room, when you show up in front of another person, when you show up at a meeting, at work, at family, wherever you show up, instead of no impression, instead of being a puddle of water, show up as a wave. Be willing to make a huge impact upon the room, upon that person. Just show up fully as yourself. Again, not being apologetic, not backpedaling, not trying to hide, not trying to shrink. It's like, boom, my name is Teddy and here is who I am, and I'm going to let you see my light shine. So that's strategy number 7. Strategy number 8 is when you meet people, shake their hands, look them in the eye with strong eye contact, connect with every person that you interact with in your life, connect with them in a strong way. And so strategy number 8 is shaking hands, strong eye contact, which weaves into that strategy number 7 of leaving a strong impression. Strategy number 9, pay attention and listen to what the other person is saying. Just totally ignore your internal chatter, your own thoughts, your own beliefs, your own assessments, your own judgments. Oh, I got to do this tomorrow. I got that. It's like, you know how it is. You got all this chatter about what you got to do and what went wrong and blah, blah, blah. When you're interacting with another person, listen to them and pay attention to them. And this is something I've had to work on throughout my life as well. It's like, can I fully pay attention to you and make our conversation that we're having together, can I make it be about you, and can I listen to you fully? And strategy number 10 weaves into this again. It's practice asking the other person that you're engaged with questions. Be curious, find out what's going on with them. Ask them questions about themselves and be truly, honestly interested in finding out more about them. All of this is about getting the attention off yourself. Anxiety is about deeply being overly focused on yourself and your own story and your own chatter and your own belief systems. If we're going to transform from anxiety into confidence, what we're doing here is we're slowly taking steps to taking the attention off our own selves and our own needs and our own fears and our own whatevers. And let's put our attention out on the other person, out in the world, what's going on out there. Strategy number 11 is you can accept someone else's point of view, someone else's opinion. You don't have to agree with it. It could be totally contrary to your own thinking, but you can allow, accept, lay down your sword and shield and say, oh, that's some crazy stuff. It's not what I think, but it's what you think. And I'm going to, in my own body, I'm not going to resist it. I'm going to just allow you to be the way that you are. The same way I'm training myself to allow myself to be the way that I am. It's that mirror. The world is my mirror. If I can't allow someone else to be the way that they are, that's really a mirror for the degree to which I can't allow myself to be the way that I am. If I'm going to allow myself to be fully transparent, fully self-expressed, fully exposed to the world, to truly just let it all hang out, I have to have a degree of willingness to have the other person be exactly the way that they are and exactly the way that they are not. Strategy number 13 is break your routine. Go to new places, meet new people. If you're stuck in a routine, that's going to keep you trapped in that anxiety. If you want to break it out into confidence, give yourself new experiences, new knowledge, new network of people. A new set of experiences will help you build confidence. Strategy number 14, and I've said this already, but it's its own strategy, is when you get nervous, when you feel anxiety, pay more attention to the situation and the people around you than you are on yourself. We already said this, but it's its own strategy now because I gotta say it again. Anxiety is an inward-looking collapsing of your world. Confidence is an ability to open yourself up and look outward and embrace, inhale, accept everything and everyone that's going on around you. That's a definition of confidence that we could use, is how open are you to allowing and accepting everything that's going on around you? How confident do you feel? Or are you shrinking and closing down into your own small closet of a world? Let's keep moving here. This is a long list. Strategy number 15 is make other people feel important by shifting your focus onto them. Direct your attention outward. We've already talked about this. That's strategy 15. Strategy 16 is anxiety is when you are paying attention to yourself, and spontaneous flow happens when your attention is fully out there with the other person, with the situation. If you can just completely shift your focus of attention out there to what's happening in front of you, that allows you the possibility to get into a state of flow. Let's move on to strategy 17. You can feel both scared and confident at the same time. Allow that duality. It's not like we're going to erase scared and fear and anxiety. We're going to allow those feelings, and we're going to also step into confidence at the same time. When you can freely admit your fears and insecurities to the world, just say, hey, I'm feeling pretty nervous right now. I'm kind of scared. I'm not really sure what I'm doing. To the degree that you can admit your fears and insecurities, you actually empower yourself. Being transparent and being real is a key, solid, foundational step to building your own self-confidence out in the world. And doing it without shame, without saying, oh, I'm a bad person, or I'm weak, or I'm this or that. It's like, whoa, I'm scared right now. Whoa, I'm feeling anxious right now. It's okay. That's the way I feel. I just want to tell you about it because that's how I'm feeling and being right now. Strategy number 18 is most people think that the reality that they experience is determined by the events going on out there. They say, well, the events of my life determine the reality that I experience. But it doesn't really work like that, does it? The reality of the world you experience isn't determined by the events that take place in your life, but it's determined by how you react to the events that occur in your life. And because you and I can choose to respond in any number of different ways, you and I can create any number of different realities. Strategy number 19, move your body. This has always been huge for me. When I was younger, I used to be an avid runner, rock climber, mountaineer, whatever you got to do to get out and get some physical exercise, push-ups, pull-ups, yoga, swimming, dancing, whatever. Move your body. Moving my body has always been a way for me to get grounded, centered, peaceful, and confident. Strategy number 20, when you feel powerful, when you're feeling confident, create an anchor thought that you can return to again and again when you're in the middle of anxiety. Create an anchor thought that you can go, oh yeah, I am confident. I am okay just the way I am. I love myself just the way that I am. I've got this. Whatever that anchor thought might be for you, whatever works for you, create that anchor thought and remind yourself of it again and again and strengthen that anchor thought again and again. Strategy 21. Sometimes anxiety isn't yours. Sometimes your anxiety is just something you're picking up from the collective consciousness. Your intuition is picking it up. It's in the air. It's the zeitgeist. I find this to be hugely empowering. Sometimes when I'm feeling anxious or maybe even in a moment of panic, it's important to realize that maybe it's not mine. Maybe it's just something I'm picking up from the ethers, and the collective consciousness as a whole is feeling anxiety, which is probably true. The collective consciousness as a whole is in a moment or a long period of panic and anxiety, which is true. And it's empowering to think about, to just allow the possibility that the panic I'm feeling, the anxiety I'm feeling, the lack of confidence I'm feeling is a cultural thing more than it is a me thing or a my thing. And strategy number 22 is know what your why is in life. What's your mission? What are you up to? Who are you? When you're lying on your deathbed, taking your last 5 breaths, what do you want to know that you came to this planet to contribute? The more that you can be clear about your why for existing, for what your mission is, and again, this may not be an overnight thing. This might be weeks of work. This certainly would be a journaling exercise. Is who am I? What's my mission in life? What am I up to? Knowing that, and to the degree that you're able to step in that and be and live your life mission and to live consistent with your why, that's going to empower you. It's going to empower you to be confident that you're being the person that you're meant to be, that you're moving with the flow, that you're moving with God, the universe, spirit, that you're in divine order because you're living true to your mission in life. So that was 22 strategies for transforming anxiety into confidence. I hope that helped. Let me know in the comments below. Talk to you guys soon.